you're gonna ruin it. Stop ruining it. Let's get some shelves. For this video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on shelving. Shelving is one of the most important things for a physical media collection to keep it from getting destroyed. And let's not let that happen to your collection. I don't want it to happen to mine. Let's get into it. So first off, what you should do is plan. I didn't plan. I knew that I would have to buy new shelves at some point. Like I knew I would fill one up and that I would need to buy more. But I just assumed, okay, well, when I fill this shelf up, the first one, then I'll move on to another one and I'll just go back and buy the same one. Why wouldn't it be available? Well, when I went on Amazon to buy my second shelf, they're not available anymore. And now that I've bought my second shelf, is the shelf that I just bought still available? No, it's not. So within a span of 2 to 3 months, these shelves are going out of stock and then they're never returning. Other ones do pop up, but if you're planning on having something similar to this here, where you've got 2 large shelves, but you only have enough movies to not even fill one shelf up yet, maybe hold off on the shelf or purchase 2 shelves up front if you know you're going to need 2 shelves. Because what ends up happening is the dimensions are different on some of these. It's very hard to find the exact same dimensions on, like, let's say this shelf and this other shelf. They're 2 different shelves. They're very similar in dimensions, but I had to search for that. It wasn't something that came very easy, even though typing in the height, some of the width was different, some of the depth was different. And if you're not paying attention to those things, you can end up buying 2 completely different shelf sizes. So I would plan. That's my biggest advice, is first planning what you're going to do, what your goal is, and then find out, do you want to just buy one set of shelves at this point? And as you grow your collection, you will then purchase another shelf, but you know at that point that you might end up with a completely different shelf system. I just want you to know that up front, that it's going to take some planning if you want everything to be the exact same, match, and be the same sizes. So moving on from there. So not only would I plan for how many shelves, if I'm going to buy multiple shelves because I'm going to have a big collection. Maybe your collection is going to be small and stay small, just real killer, no filler. And if that's the case, by all means, purchase a smaller shelf and enjoy it. But if your plan is that you know that you have a lot of movies that you want to purchase, you know that you're going to purchase a lot of movies over a specific period of time, I would plan ahead and I would purchase multiple shelves at this point. Like if I ever decide to replace these, I will buy 2 shelves to replace those. There's also different types of shelving. There's tall shelves, there's short shelves, there's shorter than these and wider shelves. There are spinning shelves. There are these shelves that kind of close and then open, and there's spots for CDs and DVDs and things like that on the inside of those doors that close. There's multiple different types of shelving. So depending on your room space, depending on how you want to set things up, because if you have shelves like this, like you've taken up that pretty much that entire wall. You can't put posters on that wall. I mean, you can't do anything, because let's say you get one of those spinners and at first it's great and you have it, wherever in your room and it works, but then you fill it up and now you need another. Are you going to get another spinner to set right next to it, or 3 spinners at some point? Like, is that practical? Or are you going to get 1 spinner and then end up getting shelving for the rest? Like, those are things that you also want to plan for. Planning is my number one thing with the shelving thing. I do say that you need shelving if you're going to have a physical media collection at all, because again, that stuff sitting on the ground stacked up or whatever, it's going to get ruined. Some of that stuff can get ruined really easy. Steel books laying on top of each other, no, just don't do it. That stuff can easily get ruined. So Yeah, I 100% think you need shelving, and Amazon can be a great place to find it. For shelves like these, you're looking at somewhere between $100 and $150. Same thing with those spinner shelves and the opening shelves, they're roughly $150. So I would say anywhere between $100 and $200 is where you're looking at, right in that price range. Now, it is all particle board. It is all adjustable shelving with flimsy bars or boards that go across there that hold your movies. There's no getting around it. That's just what all of these are. And as far as I'm aware, at this point, no one makes anything between this and a custom shelf that's going to cost you thousands of dollars. And what I mean by that is something that's just like this, but just way sturdier. Like there isn't one. Nobody makes this type of thing in an extremely sturdy version. Like, let's say this is $150. So you go buy a real wood adjustable shelf custom thing for $250. I don't believe that exists. I think when you go from this to the custom and you have someone build it for you, you're going to have to know exactly depth-wise. I don't think they're going to be able to make adjustable shelving. And if they do, that's going to be another cost. Like, I just feel like something adjustable like that, where you go ask someone to make you something like that, you're looking at $900, $1,000. That's another thing I would say plan for is, what is your budget? What are you willing to spend? Because if you can only spend $100, I would probably hold off on buying a really expensive shelf. If anything, I would get totes and put the movies and just stack them up inside there, standing straight up and down, not stacked on top of each other. Or even boxes. But again, having them straight up and down like this inside the box. My biggest takeaways would be figuring out a budget, figuring out your space that you're going to have these things in, so that you know how much space you have, so you know how much your collection can grow. If you want to do that, just your space, just having an idea of your space. Then figuring out, do you want a larger collection or do you want a smaller collection? It's fine if you change your mind in the future, but you need to know these things up front so that you know what to do up front. It's just going to help you in the long run. Just figuring out what you want to do with your collection so that you can plan it out pre-purchasing a bunch of stuff so that you don't waste your money. Shelving is a plan ahead thing, in my opinion. You should plan ahead. I didn't, and I regret it. So if you're just getting into physical media, or you've been into physical media, or you just like videos like this, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything, and until next time, stay shelf aware.